All right, so I had the brave idea to document the courtship that I have just engaged in for the purpose of not only teaching my single men and women how I recommend or how the process should go when you're ready, but also so that I can look back on this journey uh, and reflect on it and learn what it has offered me and how I've grown. So I'm going to be very candid and say that today is a Sunday. Um, I met a man on Tuesday, I want to say I met him. His name is Temple. That's his real name. And he is just, I'll be honest, he's not. If I saw him out on the street walking around and he said hello to me or whatnot, I don't think that I would have really taken him seriously. Um, a couple reasons because he's very understated, even though he has a very powerful brain. He's very soft spoken and understated. And he's also about the same height as me. And I've never, well, once I dated someone who was my height. And that's never really been a big deal. But, we tend to look for our partner with our eyes first, like. And so we met on Plenty of Fish almost a week ago. And this man is he's consistent. He is transparent. He's emotionally available. Um, I just, I really, really like this person to the extent that I'm going to do these little pop up journals about our journey. So where are we now? So we started, excuse me, we started texting over the app. Um, Probably a week ago. And then last Tuesday, which will be a week Tuesday, we came off the app and started texting, and we had our first phone call last week. It was awesome. We laughed, like we have the same sense of humor. And so he was cracking me up, I'm cracking him up, and I'm not even trying, I'm just being myself. And then we had our first video chat, which is what I recommend. So backing up a little bit, I do recommend that you do play it safe, especially if you're doing the electro dating, I guess you would call it, but over the apps or dating services, you do want to first have a conversation with that person over the app. Don't exchange any personal information or like where you live specifically or anything like that, and let the conversation flow. Because specifically to the ladies, if he is into you, there'll be this volleying in the conversation where you'll say something, he'll say something, you'll say something, he'll say something, and occasionally you'll say something at the same time, which is another crazy thing that happens with Temple and I. We think alike, so someone's gonna run their leaf blower outside my window. But yeah, we're like, so our vibe is so the same. Like we'll be texting each other the same thing, just in different words, and laugh like, get out of my head. And we've done that several times. We've been really transparent about that. So I do recommend you exchange, text messages, exchange phone numbers only after you really feel comfortable that this may be someone who you can have a really good conversation with. And on the phone, again, not divulging any personal information, just see if that vibe and that volleying in the conversation keeps happening over the phone. And it did with he and I. It's a little awkward in the beginning because, I talk fast and he talks really slow. And so I had to sort of slow myself down and allow him time to respond to what I was saying over the phone. But the chemistry was there over the phone as well, and we had our video chat, and it was so cute. He was blushing the entire time and was just telling me how beautiful I was, but he wasn't saying it like in a cheesy way. He was flush in his cheeks when he was saying it. And my guy, he has the most beautiful smile. I think he is so handsome. um and so smart. Like he's an assistant principal at an elementary school, which is another one of my things. Like I have to have an intellectual. I have to be able to have a conversation about a myriad of topics, you know what I mean, intellectually with someone. Um, Nothing is more aggravating than asking a grown man a question and he says, "I don't know," or I never thought about that. Anyway, so yeah, we had our video chat. That's how I recommend also you have that phone conversation, a a chat before you meet in person. Now, we're in the rare situation where we're all in quarantine. We're practicing social distancing because of the outbreak of the coronavirus. So, um that kind of slowed things down in a way that is really beautiful though, because we are intentionally practicing social distancing while making sure that we are present with each other. And so yeah, so we had our video chat a couple days ago, and then today he said he was in the area getting his haircut, and he asked if he could stop by, and I was like, okay. And he came over, and um, like his profile said, he was 5'7", and he definitely is 5'7", but he has an athletic body, which is nice. He has really nice hands too. That's a big thing with me. I don't like a man that has like raggedy nails. Um, he smelled good. I liked his outfit. He dresses nice. It's just he was so his energy is so balanced and so even. And I've always said that I needed that because I'm like a live wire. And I've always wanted a man who I could trust to balance me out, you know what I mean? And lovingly let me know when I'm doing the most and need to bring it on down. You know, there's a way that a loving partner can do that sometimes without even speaking. And that's what he did. You know, I was kind of rah, rah, rah. We met on the front stoop of my apartment, 6 feet apart, practicing social distancing, even though we did hug when we greeted one another and we did hug when we separated. But just talking, our conversations are never forced. It never feels like he's scrambling to think of things to say. He's an excellent um, conversationalist, if that's a word. And he just, you know, I just realized I've never dated a grown man. Like I've always, I guess it's the life coach in me. Um, I've always dated men who needed to be fixed um, because I believe in them, and I ended up stressed out, worn out, and alone, even in a relationship, because I didn't have anyone to fill me up. I was always filling up that person and trying to tell them that they can communicate better and they can be better and you can be more open and you got to trust more. You got to, I don't have to do any of that. Temple is ready. I mean, he is grown, grown, and it's a little intimidating. It's like, I've dated men who were 6'5" and wasn't this intimidated, you know, in a good way. Like, maybe intimidated isn't the word. I'm so intrigued. Like, I feel like this is the first time that I can be in a relationship where he can teach me something um, about him and about the world and about myself. And yeah, so I'm just going to document our relationship. And he's texting me now. Um, in these little videos, 10 minutes max. But I always want to pose a question to my singles at the end of my videos. My question to my singles today is, are you ready enough? Are you so ready for love, for your partner, for your person, that you see beyond their physical appearance? Are you that ready? Or are you still stuck in that place where if he's not cute or she's not what you typically go for physically, do you ignore all the other confirmation that this could be your person? Are you ready? How ready are you? My answer to that question is I am so ready. When I hugged him and we were the same height, it even felt good. You know what I mean? I never thought that it would feel good to hug a man that was the same height as me, and it did. I didn't have to strain up or, you know, we've not kissed yet, but we've definitely hugged, and I still smell like him, and I like it. All right, this is Truth and Love with TY. documenting my relationship for Matched by TY. I love you all. And think about that question. How ready are you?